and welcome back to my channel. So today I have an exciting new video I want to share with you guys, and no, it's not about my beard. I did talk about that in my last stream, and if you do want to join in on my streams, you are welcome to. I stream 2 times a week. You can get notified by subscribing to my channel or joining the Discord that is in the description below. But let us talk about the topic today, which is the new Starstones. So we gotten some new Starstones that is associated with the star paths, the astrology here in Palia, and I've already been out getting a bunch, so let me show you guys. So here we have all the different Starstones. I have sorted them into the value. We have from the bottom quartz, which sells for 250 each, garnet that sells for 400, onyx that sells for 500, citrine that sells for 600, aquamarine that sells for 800, jasper that also sells for 800, emerald that sells for 1,000, sapphire that sells for 2,000, amethyst that sells for 3,000, and last, the ruby that sells for 8,000 gold. So you guys can see those are some really nice prices. If I go to the bin, I can show you how much all of this is all together. So let me just put everything back in here. That is 71,000, and that is from approximately 3 hours of dedicated mining mixed in Bahari and Kilima. Because I have been out working my little butt off to see how exactly where to find all these different gems so I can relay the information to you guys. So let us head out to Kilima. And we are now out here in Kilima, and let me show you on the map. You can basically get these from anywhere in Kilima. You can get them around the hilltops where you will find the stone nodes and the copper nodes. You can also get them around the coastline where you will find the clay. So here in this sped up video, I'm gonna show you guys what I was able to get in an hour of work. I ran around the usual places where I like to mine for copper and for stone nodes, and around the coast where I could get clay, because it's not just from the stone nodes and from the copper that you can get these gemstones. You can also get them from clay. So here in Kilima, you have 3 of these starstones that is only found here in Kilima, which comes from the copper and the clay. So the first one is the quartz, which comes from copper and the clay, and that was the gemstone that can be sold for 250 gold. The other gemstone you can get here is the onyx, which also is mined from copper, and that one can be sold for 500 gold. And lastly, the most rare one here in Kilima is the emerald, which also can be mined from copper and sold for 1,000 gold. One of the gemstones or starstones you can find here in Kilima that is also found in Bahari is the citrine, which can be mined from clay and stone. Those can be sold for 600 gold. Additionally, you can also find the jasper from rocks, and those are sold for 800. Those are a bit more difficult to find compared to some of the others, same as the emerald. You can see here, lastly, what I got on my run here in Kilima. It took me about an hour, and I was able to get 22 pieces of silver nuggets, which is pretty nice, and also 10 citrine. I got 7 onyx, 14 quartz, 8 jasper, and 3 emeralds. I actually had to destroy a bunch of the flint because I kept getting too much to have in my inventory in this hour. But if it's just you running around mining, feel free to go home and sell some of it. It's still like a pretty nice income, and I did end up selling most of the stone as well. I was also selling a bit of the clay because I just couldn't handle all of it in my inventory. The rest of the things I've started to smelt down. So now I want to move from Kilima and over to Bahari. And here we are here in Bahari, and actually more specifically in Hodari's workshop. And let me just show you around the map. So you can basically mine all over the place here in Bahari. It depends on what you really want to get. I tend to like the northern part more when it comes to mining for iron. I feel like it's more spaced apart here in the southern part, so it just works better for me here in the northern part. So as I will show you here in the split up part, there is different stones that are local here to Bahari. We can, as I mentioned before, get citrine and jasper here, although I did find that we would get more of those in Kilima, but they're not impossible to get here as well. One of the most common ones you can get here in Bahari are the garnet. Those you can mine from iron, and those sell for 400 gold. And it's not just the most common here in Bahari, it's the most common gemstone I've gotten altogether. Like, I've gotten an abundance of those, so if you want to sell those are good money, because you will get a lot of those if you are out mining for iron. The second one you can get from iron is the aquamarine. It is a bit more rare, but not impossible to get. Those sell for 800 gold. And lastly, from iron you can get the sapphire, which is a lot more rare. I didn't get as many of those, but I did manage to get some. And those sell for 2,000 gold. So those are amazing for money. And let us go to the last two, which is amethyst, which is mined from palium. So that makes it a bit more difficult to get. I did manage to get 2 though, and those sell for 3,000 gold. And the last one, the most rare gem altogether, is the ruby, and it does sell for 8,000 gold. And that is also mined from palium, so it is not only extremely rare, but can also be difficult to get if you don't know how to mine efficiently for palium. So as you can see here in my inventory, I did manage to get 1 ruby, 2 amethyst, 4 sapphires, 6 citrine, 5 aquamarine, and 16 garnet, and only 1 jasper. And while I was out mining the iron, I also managed to get 3 nuggets of gold, which isn't a lot compared to the amount of silver I got in the same time. But I think this also varies from time to time whenever I go out mining, but it does show a big difference. So if you are mining for the precious metal, you might want to do that in Kilima, where you can get the silver. I also managed to get a fair bit of iron, and of course some palium, so that is also very nice. So let us head back and talk about what all of these gemstones can be used for. So yeah, now we gotten a lot of gemstones, or starstones as they're called here, and well, what are we gonna do about them? Well, for me, I'm mostly gonna sell them, but if you're not maxed out in friendship with everyone, you might want to give them to the villagers. Because if you do figure out what star path they have, you can give those gems once per week to boost your friendship. And no, of course, I won't just let you go out and have to find that out for yourself. I already figured that out. So here we have the Starstone chart, which is the official chart that Palia shared in their last developer note. And it has all the different starstones that we can find in the game. So let us start with the amethyst. It is the aristocrat. It stands for diplomacy and beauty. And the two people in Palia that loves this is Tamala and Kenyatta. For the aquamarine, it stands for the scholar, which is dedication and introspection. And both Kalari and Eloisa loves this one, and that is because they are twins. And then we have the citrine, which stands for the wanderer. Love for adventure, carefree and sunny days. And those who are loving this stone is Ani, Seki and Reth. The emerald stands for the hunter, which stands for curiosity and honesty. And it is Hassian and Gina who loves the emerald. The garnet stands for the general, which is leadership and perseverance. The people who are loving this is Delilah, Sifu and Hodari. The jasper stands for the farmer, which is love of family and hard work. And Kenley and Nayu loves the jasper. The onyx is the watcher, which stands for destiny, greatness and curse sometimes. And we only have one that has this as their star stone, and that is actually a Shora. The quartz stands for the builder, which is steadfastness and respect. And the people who loves this is Najuma, Tish and Shane. For the big one, the ruby is the merchant, stands for intelligence and ambition. Before I had to think about a person that fit this one, I was immediately thinking of Ashi, which is correct. She loves the ruby. She is aligned with this star stone. And lastly, we have the sapphire, which is the artist that stands for creativity and emotion. We have two people who fits this description, and that is of course Gel and Batru that loves the starstone. And yeah, that is everything there was about these new starstones and the starstone chart. I hope this video was a help for everyone who watched all the way through. I always love to give people these videos with tips and information because I love to figure these things out and share and help. So if you also love these kind of videos, I do hope you subscribe and give this video a like. And before you go, I want to know if any of these stones actually is one of your starstones. For me, my starstone is the jasper in real life. So maybe you are also lucky to have one of these starstones yourself. Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, have fun.
Hey.
Bye.